Detroit Dave. Yeah. 31 Trey in the building. Detroit Dave on the motherfucking track. Yeah, 7 Mile. So I'm from the D, right? Detroit, Michigan, the murder mitten. So just sit back and relax. Let me tell you about my hood. Yes, I'm from the D, bitch. You better get your mind right.
What up, though? It's your boy, Detroit Dave. We're right back at you with another one, man. As you can see, the Nike symbol is right behind me. You know we typically start off with the Nike symbol anyway. That's just kind of how I start my videos off since I've done this revamping in my new sneaker room, in my new spot. And I actually just celebrated a year being here. Last week, as a matter of fact. Yep, it was the 8th. It was the 8th of July. Was that last week? Because this is the 18th. So no, it was a week and a half ago, 10 days ago. I moved in here July 8th of 2024. And I had a lot of stuff going on last year, just a lot of transitional stuff going on in my life. And I decided at the top of the year, I was going to get back into this. Because I got a tremendous love for this sneaker shit, man, as you could tell. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome back to another one. I know that this is totally out of the realm of what we normally do. This is going to be just kicking it, right? This is a new situation that has been bouncing around in my head. And you know, sometimes in life, when we thinking about moving in a different direction or in a new direction, sometimes we think about it and we ponder on it maybe more than we should. And I think it's important, especially us as men, just do it. Just make the move and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk a little bit because I'm at a point in my life right now where so many different things are happening in my life. I am progressing in different areas of my life. And the experience and the knowledge that I have just as a man in life, I believe has benefited me, and I'm starting to see that it can benefit others. So this right here, this is, I don't know where I'm gonna put this video title at. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. I'm gonna just do something crazy and put my hand right here. I'll make the video, hold on, let me make the video come up. Video title come up right here. All right, so this is the pilot episode to Just Kicking It. Let's call it that. Let's call it Detroit Dave presents Just Kicking It. Episode, no, not even episode 1, pilot. It's the pilot episode. It's the pilot episode because who knows what's going to happen with this. And I got to get the results. I got to get, because see, I really want y'all comments, bro. Like, that's what I really want from y'all. You can subscribe if you want to. It's up to you. You can not subscribe if you don't want to. You can hit the little thumbs up and like the video if you want to. if you want to, or you don't have to. The comments is what I'm most concerned about when I look on here and I see the videos, or when I look in the comments on the videos that I'll put out for y'all. The comments that y'all leave provide me feedback. They let me know the things that y'all like, the things that y'all would like to hear more of or see more of. Maybe it's some ideas that one of you guys as a subscriber or a follower of my channel may have that I didn't think about. Maybe it's something I can explain better. Maybe it's a different avenue that I could take that y'all might want to see. So the comments is what I'm after the most. So please, in this video, I need you to leave comments because I'm going to talk about a few different topics here. I'm going to try to keep this video under 30 minutes. That's my goal. Now, we 5 minutes in, so we're going to see. We're going to see. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to keep this one under 30 minutes. Today is Friday, July 18th. The Aqua 8s come out tomorrow. I'm sure by now most of y'all either got a raffle or y'all got y'all spot y'all going to in the morning, or y'all just gonna wait on the app and see what y'all can get. Shoe Palace, sneakers, DTLR, whatever app that you choose to use to buy your shit on, 10 o'clock release. Well, at least Eastern time is 10 o'clock. Out West, it might be 7 a.m. They should drop because, But if you need pairs, you can still hit me. You know the number, man. We ain't gonna waste too much time. 678-830-6690. All right. Now, one of the things, and okay, so in my life, I have a lot of experience. The two places I would say, in my opinion, I have the most experience in my life, right? Fashion, obviously sneakers. Growing up in Detroit, Michigan, we have a certain style up there. At least, growing up in the 80s and 90s, there was a certain style. We were always known for being fresh. That's why Biggie even said, rest in peace, Chris. Biggie even said, Stink Pete Gators, my Detroit players. Okay. We were known for what we do with Gators, what we do with fashion styles. Pelly Pale jackets. Al Wassam, we had our own brand of a black designer in the city of Detroit named Al Wassam that was making those crazy design Pelly style jackets in 99, 2000, 2001, like Gators, Maury sneakers, Maury Gator. We had the store. We had the Maury store. It was downtown in Detroit. Like, he used to hand make Gators in the 60s, nigga. So, so fashion. And then, of course, what comes along with fashion if you a saucy type nigga? The bitches, right? So that's also something else I know quite a bit about, because believe it or not, like, your boy, like, I'm not gonna say a sniper, but So, not just sneakers. I have a lot of knowledge in a lot of different things. Plus, couple that, right? So you have that knowledge that I have of these different areas. Couple that with me being in my mid 40s now. Like, your boy just turned 44 a couple months ago. So now I'm 44. So now I have life experience. College educated. I have a bachelor's degree. Damn near would have got an honors cord, but they didn't round up, and I was off by 1/10 of a percent. Oh, not a percent, 1/10 of a point. So this is what I mean. Imagine you go to the store and your total is $3.50, and you got $3.49, right? So all you short is a penny, and the cashier looks you dead in your eye and say, I'm sorry, I can't count that. I'm not gonna be able to give you the penny. Like, all you have is $3.49, so you just don't have enough. I'm sorry. That's basically what happened in college. I had a 3.49. In order to get the honors ribbon, you needed a 3.5. I'm like, bro, you can't round up. It'd be different if it was a whole percent. If I had a 3.4, I'd have been cool with it. 3.39, 3.4. Okay, you got to have a 3.5. Cool, I ain't got no problem. 3.49, my guy. Like, come on, man. If you don't give me that honor score, but college educated man. So, different things that I may have access in, life experience in managing relationships with people, being a manager at work, managing relationships with people just in your life, creating businesses, failed businesses, a failed where I took a major L. Well, I mean, depending on what type of money y'all getting, that the L might not be major to y'all, but it was major to me. It was a few bands. Just bad business dealings. You know what I mean? So things to do with business, that's kind of like my thing. I'm more of a thinker. You know what I mean? That's how I always excelled in school and things like that from a kid. I'm talking about, like, I was just talking to my son because he about to turn 21. I was just talking to him. Bro, I was 16 for the majority of senior year. In 97, 98. Okay, so my birthday, as y'all know, was April 30th. until April 30th of 1998, nigga, I was 16, bro. So like we had finals the first week in May. We had finals, and then that was it. We ain't come back to school. Like I think we might have to come to school to check in or something for a couple classes, maybe. But nigga, it was over. So I was basically 16 when I graduated, but I was actually 17 because we graduated in June. But since a kid, bro, I've always excelled in school. I feel like my strong suit is my mental capacity, my brain, my thinking, my analytical skills, the way I break things down, my knowledge, all of that type of stuff. That's where I believe my skill is. So that's kind of where this video comes from. All right, so now we 10 minutes in, so let's start to get more into the meat and potatoes. I've kind of just been giving y'all some random things that's been going on in my life that I want to share, kind of giving y'all the backstory or the reasoning why we're doing this style of video today. So let's go ahead and get into it. Because of the things that have been going on in my life, what I have been experiencing this year in 2025 specifically, I've realized that my knowledge is where my value lies. I believe that the way I look at things, my perspective, coupled with facts, would be able to assist others. And I would be selfish not to share that with y'all. Now, I have this small little platform right here. It's not like I don't have a million views on nothing. I went gold on YouTube. I think I got like 500,000 views over my whole channel, not like one video. I think the highest video I got is like 40-something thousand videos. And 40-something thousand views. And that was years ago. That was a 2013, 2014 video that I got like 40,000 views. I think I got another one that got like 12,000 views maybe, but nothing too crazy. You know, some people that'll put out a video and have 500,000 views tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm not that, and I'm you know, hey. So on my humble little channel right here, the things that I have experienced makes me want to share it with you. Makes me want to give other aspects of my life besides just the sneakers. Now, obviously, that's the main reason why you hear it, right? That's another reason why this is just a pilot episode, because we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. So, what I'm going to do in this one, and just kicking it, this is my whole thought process and just kicking it, because I've been invited to podcasts more frequently this year. I've been invited to podcasts before. I'm actually on, it's 2 podcasts on YouTube, sneaker related podcasts that I'm on right now. I've also been invited to panels. I was just at the Sneaker of the Year panel. I showed y'all that already, so I ain't gonna, but I was just at the Sneaker of the Year panel at SneakerCon. I know Greg Street. Rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent. Before he passed away, he had my mixtape in his hand. So, I know Alan, who is the owner and director of the SneakerCon imprint. Like, I know this guy by now. I just seen him. And he was like, "What's up, Dave?" "What's up, Alan?" He was with Benny the Butcher. It's videos of that shit, because they was, Benny had like a little film guy walking around with like the little camera and shit. So it's footage up of Alan at SneakerCon with Benny the Butcher. So yeah, so like I know, like, I'm not gonna say I'm that nigga, but I'm kind of that nigga, bro. So, based on who I know tells me who I have access to, tells me that who I am is of importance in the sneaker culture. So we know that already, right? But then it's other things that as men, like, that we go through, that we have to deal with. And sometimes we struggle with things, right? And we don't always discuss it. Sometimes there's things going on in our life that we don't know why they're happening. You know what I mean? And that's one topic I want to discuss. Sometimes you don't even know, bro. You don't even know. And it takes experience. It takes different things happening for you to be able to even understand what's going on and how to correct those things in your life. So, knowledge, right? My brain. Just kicking it. This is what I want to happen in this series. I'm just going to pick random shoes. I'm just gonna go and flip a box, right? Pop a box, grab a sneaker, and we just gonna talk about. I'm gonna put the sneaker up, right? Because it's just kicking it. So I'm gonna put the sneaker up, but I ain't really gonna talk about the sneaker. It's a sneaker channel, right? And so this is how this is the marriage, you know what I mean? How you the segue. This is the segue into the different topics. I'm gonna put a sneaker up and we just gonna kick it. Y'all gonna look at the sneaker, but we're gonna be talking about something totally different. So, knowledge. This is where we're gonna start right here. And I'm keeping all this in, by the way. No edits. Oh boy. So, first choice, as you see, it's only one shoe that came in this box. So you already know what shoe this is. You know we got to get that Nike back here. Because it wouldn't be Detroit Dave if we ain't focused on that Nike. Because you know that's how I like to do it, man. Hold on. I'm focused. All right, so you got to, because every time I move, it's moving the opposite direction. All right, there we go. That Nike with the orange Nike tag. All right, so these are still DS, by the way. If my name was Fat Joe, I would lick it. My name's not Fat Joe. I'm from Detroit, not the Bronx. So, I love this shoe. Haven't worn it yet. Have not worn the sneaker yet. As you can see, it's super stock. Like, it's extremely passed away. You know what I'm saying? I love this shoe. I'm going to wear it. Now, let's talk about sneaker knowledge for a minute. Hold on. So, a lot of people know that this sneaker has released multiple times. A lot of people know that this sneaker has released before with Nike Air on it. Not everybody knows that this sneaker was part of the original retro run in 1994. So that's one thing that they don't know. Everybody knows this is not the first release of the shoe. Everybody knows this shoe came out before. Everybody knows this sneaker came out before. Most people know this sneaker came out before as a retro, not just the original, as a retro with Nike Air on the back. About half of the people know that the first retro was in 1994. And this release will be most comparable to the 1994 Air Jordan 3 white cement, right? In shape, in tone, everything. This and the 1994 model will be the most close related. So not everybody knows that this came out in 94. Even less people know that this was part of the original retro run when Nike first started the retro concept. Why? Because Mike had just retired and he wasn't wearing the new Air Jordan. Back then, we wasn't calling them by numbers. It wasn't the Air Jordan 9 back then. It was just the new Air Jordan. Mike wasn't wearing the new Air Jordan. He was playing for the Birmingham Barons. So they was like, hey, let's just start this. Let's just go back to the original. Let's celebrate his 10-year career. Because, 85 to 90, well, technically it'll have been a 9-year career, 85 to 93. Let's celebrate his career. Let's let people relive the nostalgia and drop his first releases. So they dropped the Bread ones, the Chicago ones. They dropped the twos, highs and lows. And they dropped these along with black cements. Even less people know what type of box they came in and what the original retro box looked like and what the original retro car looked like. So if you ask somebody what the first retro car they ever seen looked like, they probably gonna tell you one of these other retro boxes from 2005, 2006, 2007. Or they might, depending on if they in their 30s or not, they might be able to show you the Air Jordan 4 from the 1999 retros. But the first retro card, the real first retro card, was that big jumbo box, jumbo retro card that came with the box that had all of his sneakers on the top. Sneaker knowledge like this, I can remember dates in my head. Like, I know for a fact right now that in 1997, Cherry 12s came out in January. Fact. Obsidians came out in February. Fact. Bread's Flu Games came out in March. Fact. May something, and it was between the middle of the month and the end of the month. May something is when the playoff 12s came off. Fact. There was no low top 12s back then. The first low top 12 came out in 2004 as a retro, the Taxis and the Obsidians, and I had a couple other colorways. Wasn't no low top 12s in the beginning. The playoff 12 was the last of the 5 original colorways. Like, so it's so many. February 13th, 1998, Flint 13s dropped. Like, just off the top of my head, bro. April 11th, all of that first 4 or 5 of the low top patent leather 11s dropped. All on April 11th. Cherries, UNC lows, Carolina blue lows, the all white, they called the Zens. Those was mad limited, so you might have never seen them. The pink ones for girls, the silver joints for girls. All 5 released on April 11, 2001. This is just on top of my head. March 3rd, 2001, Cool Grays. Well, I mean, that's the new Cool Grays, but I'm saying March 3rd, 2001. This is off my head top. I can come with all of this type shit, bro. Because sneakers was such an integral part of my life. So the knowledge that I possess of the sneaker culture, I believe, is my most valuable asset to the sneaker culture. And I'm so disappointed that the retro clips that I put up a couple years ago at the beginning of 2023, when I first was trying to revitalize it, the channel, I put a lot of effort into those, man. And I'm disappointed that those are not at all. I'm asking is to get them up to 500 views, bro. So if you like it, if you fuck with it, if you fuck with me and you want to hear the next part, the retro era, share the video. Go to the videos. They're in a playlist. It's called the Real Air Jordan History Playlist. Go to the playlist, click share, and then just post it on your Facebook page. You know what I mean? Like, post it on your X account. Hey, yo, if you into sneakers, this nigga right here know what the fuck he talking about. He was outside back then. Get it up there. So I'm disappointed that I'm unable to share that knowledge with you. And the reason why I'm unable to do it without those getting up to the views. And I'm going to make this part real brief. Those videos, bro, part 4, it wasn't the retro era. What the fuck was part 4 called? I'm back. Yes, because 3P was called, the third one was called 3P. 4 was I'm back. That's the area we talking about, 94, right? That video was down there hour long or over an hour long, somewhere in there. Bro, that video took me like 3 weeks to do, bro. Like, I had to write out what I wanted to say. The first thing I had to do was write out the script. Then I had to read what I said because I did a voiceover for all that whole series was me doing my voiceover thing and really getting comfortable with editing. Wrote everything out. I had to record everything. I had to then match it up with pictures because if not, it would just be my voice on a black screen. Like, who's gonna watch that? So I had to match it up with pictures from that actual time. Like, all that process, bro, took a lot of time. And then to put it up and get 65 views, 75 views, like, bro, okay. I would rather not put that type of effort in for the results to be so low, is my point. So if I'm going to put that type of effort in and really give you the knowledge that I have, I need them views up, man. But I'm disappointed because I really have so much more knowledge to share. And so creating this series right here is a way for me to do that. Mad sneaker knowledge I got, a bunch of sneaker knowledge. And that's why I feel like I'm getting invited to these podcasts. And I really want to do a podcast to talk about music and sneakers. Music and sneakers, I feel like hip hop is just as much a part of a sneaker culture as the shoes are. I really feel like. Well, I mean, if it's the sneaker culture, then obviously not, because the shoe will be the focal point. But black culture, our culture, like how we grew up, Martin, Wayans brothers, Will Smith, they was all wearing sneakers, and they all had something to do with music. So I feel like hip hop and sneakers go hand in hand in black culture. So I really want to do a podcast for those two things. And you never know what may happen, man. It just depends on what God has in store for me. Which leads me to my next point. So shout out to the reimagined white cements that I will wear one day soon, I promise you. So let's pop another box. Because your boy is a true OG. That's why I know so much about what's going on out here. We're going to get back to this shoe. So what I love about the OVO Air Jordan 12, especially the white one, right? What I love about this sneaker is it just looks elegant. It just looks like money when you look at this shoe. Like when you look at this shoe, bro, if you were to see somebody wearing this shoe, you will automatically be like, that shoe looks expensive. It looks very clean. It looks like it probably costs a lot of money. It has gold accents on it. It looks good. So some of the knowledge that I've gained has been financial, man. And I'm definitely not at the point that I want to be at financially. Definitely not. But I'll tell you one thing. I upgraded my apartment all within the last year. I upgraded my apartment. This apartment right here, much colder than my last apartment. I don't know if I really want to do an apartment like tour. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. But my apartment is super lit. I've started to get involved in investing, and I'm making decisions even today. And on my Instagram, I actually kind of just give y'all some game. I just kind of show y'all some stuff and kind of show y'all how it's performing in my account on my Instagram. So if you're not following me, it's at DTROYT_DAVE, just to get some of that free game. But one of the things that I learned, having a job, bro, is not the way to success. Now, let me give you some context to that statement, because you hear that statement and be like, having a job is not the way to success. What the fuck you mean? Like, you're going to be a bum, Dave. You're going to be broke. What I'm saying is this. How can you focus fully on creating a legacy for your family, the children, the young men and soon to be men and women from your bloodline, if you're going to work and spending 40 to 60 hours securing the bag for somebody else's bloodline? Now, there are some examples that would be outside of the norm, right? Some big attorneys, per client, they making $400,000 or $500,000. You know what I mean? The guys that's working with Hove and Diddy and Johnny Cochran and all them type niggas. But how many of us is that, right? Doctors, brain surgeons, architectural engineers, things like that. Though that's more so of a very niche market. So while there's not really a legacy that you can build, you can create generational wealth with those types of occupations. So there are a few occupations there, you know, that top 10%, that top 5% of earners in the US, where you can really have that and really set your children up for the type of wealth that can keep going, especially if you invest it correctly. But for the other 90% of us, bro, having a job. And so with me going to school, having the experience of being in management and managing different locations, retail establishments, restaurants, like person to person agencies, hiring people, having to manage the time of 10, 20, 30 people when I was managing Pizza Hut, 30 people. Following that up with adding the degree on top of that and my experience in trying to get a corporate job and what my experience has been over the years and having multiple different jobs, I understand that having a job is not the best way to secure your financial future nor the financial future of your children. What it's about is creating something, creating a legacy, creating something that is yours for you. And I think that's very important. And I think that's something that, especially as African American men, and I'm speaking more so, a lot of these things are going to be more so to African American men when it comes to a certain result that I've seen in my life. But then the majority of the stuff is going to be widespread across any man and sometimes women. Like when I'm talking about sneaker knowledge, just girls that appreciate me. Tiana Denise was on the panel and she appreciates me for some of the knowledge that I was able to share with her about some of the sneakers. The first time I ever met her, she bought a pair of Shadows for me at SneakerCon in like 2018. So, you know, the sneaker knowledge is one of those things that could apply to everybody. I feel like specifically with African American males, we don't stress this enough. I feel like whereas other communities, they can have a certain section locked down. You know what I mean? Obviously, the restaurants that are catered to certain nationalities, that's obviously they're gonna have to lock it down because it's like who, if you want soul food, if you want, you know, if you want real soul food, you probably gonna go to a person, a black older woman, right? Like that's probably where you gonna go. So if you want Chinese food, like you probably go, you know what I mean? So, certain nationalities have been able to have a certain market locked down. And I feel like in African American communities, we spend so much money. We invest so much into other cultures. We want to invest and go get the European designers. We want to go get the Balenci. We want to go get the Gucci. We want to walk around with LVs all over. But what the fuck is them Europeans doing for us? You know what I'm saying? That's a different thing, though. I'm not going to go off too much on a tangent on that. But if you want me to talk more about shit like that, comment that shit, bro. We spend so much money, but how much of that money is really setting our families up how it need to be set up? So financially, you know, when you had the right amount of monies, if you didn't get these when they came out, you know, you could spend the $1,200-$1,300 to get these. Now I didn't spend that. I got them for about almost half of that, but then they appreciated over the time that I had them. So, you know, once you have that money in your hand, you can get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like financially, trying to get the best job just ain't it, bro. It's just not it. In 2025, it's so many different paths and so many different ways of success that we can create for our own, for like ourselves and our families. And I think investing is key. I think part of the way, tried and true method, is investing. Whether it be stocks, whether it be stock options, some type of investment to make your money work for you to where your money is working. You put your money in a place, not a fucking bank, not under your mattress. You put your money into a vehicle to create more money for you. That's part of the way. And I don't think that we talk about that enough. in our community specifically. But Jordan 12 OVO, I fucking love these shoes. I wore them one time. I hope I never have to sell them. I don't really want to sell them. I fucking love these shoes, the quality, everything. They just look like money, you know what I mean? So that's why I had to talk about money. Now here's a shoe that you ain't seen. I don't even think people got these, bro, no more. And if they do got them, they definitely not in this condition right here. They definitely not in this condition right here. Now, I'll put that blue lace in them. They came with these orange laces. New York Knicks. Air Jordan 1s. This is a fire sneaker. I don't talk about these enough. I don't hardly ever even wear them. And you know what? It's the summertime, man. I might need to put these on. Because I got the blueprint, not the blueprint. I got the Rockefeller jersey that goes right with these. But damn, that bitch big as fuck. Now, that bitch like a 3 or a 4X, so. I mean, but I guess oversized clothes are coming back in style now. I just don't, that shit's so big, though. That shit gonna feel like a fucking cape, like I got bat wings or something. But I do got the Rockefeller jersey. And then when you see the condition on these shits, bro, like I don't even know if the camera can focus in on that because I normally hold the camera. But the condition on it, when you see the stars, bro, when you see the lack of heel drag, because you know you can tell heel drag on Air Jordan 1s by the grip being gone. When you can tell just the toe box, just like these shits look beautiful, man. But anyway, the Knicks 1s is something I don't talk enough about. And you know what else I probably don't talk enough about? With the knowledge that I got, check out the orange Nike. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to get the right in the camera. There we go. The orange, oh, wait, hold on. There we go. The orange Nike in the back and the orange Nike on the Knicks 1s. And what rhymes with Knicks? Chicks. So we're going to keep this real brief. Because, what I want to do with that? Because I want you to be able to see both of them in there. Hold on. Hold on. Beautiful. So, what rhymes with Knicks? Chicks. And kicks. Because we just kicking it still. Damn, it's almost 40 minutes. I ain't mean to do that to y'all. I apologize, man. This is a pilot episode. Y'all might not like it. If y'all don't like it, then y'all don't like it. But luckily, I ain't got to do a whole lot of editing because I ain't really trying to put no pictures in this shit. I'm just talking to y'all niggas, man. And I just got to throw a couple, you know, my name and shit in there, comment and that shit. Bro, so many of us believe in the fairy tale that we are taught. We are conditioned to feel this way. Why? Because it's beneficial to corporations for men to believe these things. That is the reason why, okay? So if you're wondering why things, and a lot of this stuff with it being 2025 and so much social media and so many people choosing topics to specialize in to get views, a lot more men are understanding these things and they're smartening up. But a lot of times it takes us too long, like it's too late. We don't even know. And then our fathers don't necessarily explain this stuff to us, either because A, they didn't know because they bought into the fairy tale for their whole lives, or B, because they just didn't share it with us because that lifestyle wasn't promoted as being the best at that time in the 60s and 70s and 80s. It was all about being a family. You should have your family together, right? That love shit, bro. Now, I'm not telling you don't be married. If you love your woman, bro, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't love your woman. That's not what I'm saying at all. There are some times in life where the woman that you deal with loves the way that you act. She respects you and views you a certain way. And so she's always an asset to you. if you're dealing with a woman in your life that's an asset to you, I would suggest that you do nurture that relationship. When I say nurture that relationship, though, what I mean is you want to do the things that you feel is in your best interest, that promote who you are, and keep that woman invested in who you are as a person. When I say nurture that relationship, I don't mean call a bitch 25 times a day. I don't mean check in on the bitch. I don't mean pop up on the bitch. I don't mean, and if this is your wife, let me stop using that because I'm a single man. So I don't mean doing everything your woman says just because you want to beat. You married, you should be beaten anyway. Like, or that's your girl. Like, why would you have to do something in order to beat? Like, just because y'all are in a situation that most women view as more beneficial to us, we still, like, it still requires both of us. Like, yeah, you giving us this, but we giving you this at the same time. So, like, it's a give and take. That should be happening automatically. A lot of dudes think that they got to do something, spend some money, buy something, offer something in order to get the experience of your woman. Bro, here's a secret. They don't really want us to love them, bro. And that's a hard pill to swallow. I know. But what I've learned in my life and dealing with a lot of different women and having 3 long-term relationships, long-term, 5+ year relationships that all resulted in children. I've learned this throughout my life. They want to respect you, bro. Relationships are about the man being who the man is, displaying characteristics that attract the woman, that pull the woman in. Okay? This is what it's about. Because that type of activity, that type of interaction between you and her creates the love. The love is a byproduct. The respect is the foundation. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is all off the cuff. This is off the muscle. The love is the byproduct. The respect is the foundation. If you look up statistically, 77 to 82% of all divorces worldwide, not just in the US, are initiated by which gender? I'll let you do your own research. Why do you think that is? You think it's just this many niggas that ain't shit? You think it's this many niggas that's cheating? You think it's this many niggas that's broke and that don't got a job? No, bro. It's because it's this many niggas that believe the fairy tale, bro. It's not true. They don't really want us to love them. They want us to be real niggas so they can love us. You have to be who the fuck you are, king. So what does that mean? Does that mean you have to stay attractive? Now, I'm not the biggest fitness guy, but I definitely have lost some weight and built some muscle, for sure. I definitely have built some muscle. And I'll knock your bitch ass out if you run up on me. But I ain't, But yeah, I ain't the biggest fitness guy. I just try to eat better. I drink more water. Because I want to live. Like, I have high blood pressure. I just want to live. So, I ain't the biggest fitness guy. But staying attractive. And staying attractive is more than about how you look. Staying attractive is mentally, your mind. How are you spending your time? What are you doing with your day? Right? Because that's attractive. If you got time to sit on a phone with your bitch for 2 hours every day, eventually she gonna be like, what the fuck is this nigga doing with his life? Unless you just got mad bread. Now, if you just got mad bread, then she probably ain't gonna care that much because you got mad bread. But even still, she gonna get tired of looking at your bitch ass. Even if she love you this year, next year, after you talking too much, man. You're doing too much. Let the bitch miss you, man. A little bit. And it's just a lot of shit that we don't know as men, and we find out too late, and then we look up and we wonder why the bitch is. Well, some women that don't have a proper moral compass end up dealing with other men during the relationship with you. Those are women that, I mean, yeah, your behavior played a part in that, but at the same time, that's still a mental decision that that woman made. That's never your fault. But you wonder why the bitch is like, yeah, I'll see you this weekend. You know what I mean? Or you wonder why the bitch want to file for divorce, or you wonder why the bitch don't want to talk to you, don't want to give you no pussy and shit like that. It's because you too focused on her, man. You know what I mean? And they want us to believe. Why? Because when a man believes happy wife, happy life, guess what that man does? That man spend money. He goes to buy flowers. He goes to that expensive, he goes to Ruth Chris on the first date. He spends $20,000 on a wedding ring. He goes and gets car notes, expensive car notes. He goes and does all these different things. So it's profitable for corporations for you to believe that Disney fairy tale shit. They don't really want us to love them. What they want us to do is be us and make sure that we always maintain the level of respect that is necessary for her to feel that love that we get from them. She wants to respect you, bro. All these topics that I'm discussing could possibly be offshoots or their own videos. You know what I'm saying? But chicks rhymes with nicks. You know what I mean? And then what comes from being with multiple chicks or having a long-term relationship. Now we're gonna stay with the Air Jordan 1s on this one, right? The denim Air Jordan 1, the Family Forever 1, AKA the Father's Day ones. I'm not about to get the shirt. Y'all seen that shit already, but it's a shirt to go with this. And all of the colors represent one of his children, Marcus, and then Marsha, and then the other Jordan boy. I don't know what his name is. Very underrated shoe, right? In my opinion, a very underrated shoe. Now, it's not going for crazy amounts of money. It's not a bunch of people beating down the door to get these. But to me, it's an underrated, high quality denim sneaker. It's a high quality denim sneaker. And to me, it goes crazy. Father's Day. Denim Air Jordan 1s released Father's Day 2014. Another one of the things, you know, because as a man, you know, we are the leaders. That's the way that God made it. God made us. He created us. He went in, let me get that rib. There's Eve. And then if you look at the story of Adam and Eve, you can tell, like, it shows you the true nature of women. If you really understand that story, like God told us off top, we just didn't. We was chilling. We was good. We was listening to God, having everything we wanted in our life, having the abundance of life. And then the bitch gonna go and eat the apple. Bitch, don't eat the apple. Oh, well, we should, and convincing you of things is something, I'm telling you, bro, I could have a whole fucking video on just dealing with women. We need to eat the apple, it'll be fine. Nothing will happen. Let's just eat the apple. And then, so, even back then, you know what I mean? We knew. But being a father is one of the most beautiful things that you can be. And as I've been becoming more spiritual, especially this year in 2025, I've started to see more things open up in my life, an abundance of things, right? And so that's why I want to share it with you. This ain't gonna take long at all. Should nobody have to tell your bitch ass how to be a father, nigga. Started worrying about that club and them bitches, nigga. When the last time you helped your son with his homework? When the last time you helped your daughter? When the last time you went to the daddy-daughter dance, nigga? If you in the house with your kid, then I commend you. And I know a lot of times for us, it's outside of our control, right? We're just in situations that don't allow for us to be in the house with our children. I know a lot of us go through that. So if you're in the house with your kid, especially, you definitely don't got no excuse, nigga. Fuck you doing? But being a father is so beautiful, and I feel like there is, at times, with some, there is a lack of responsibility, a lack of character building, especially from our black men to young men, right? So I was kicking it on the phone with my son earlier. He about to turn 21. I'm about to be up in Michigan for his birthday in like 6 weeks. And I was just telling him, I called him, man, because he asked me about XRP, and I told him he should wait for a certain price. And then because of my suggestion, he missed the boat. Not XRP, $3.60, and he could have been up $100 something dollars. So I called him because I just felt like, damn, bro, that's my son. Like, it's up to me. It's so much stuff about women and dealing with women I got to share with him. So much stuff about finances I got to share with him. So much stuff about being healthy, maintaining health at a young age that I got to share with him. And so being a father is such a gift, man. And I just feel like with the experience that I have from now having 2 adult sons and looking back on things I could have done differently and things I feel like I did great in, it's on my heart, like God put this on my heart to share, and just kicking it, right? Be a father, nigga, if you're a father, bro. Like, just be a father. Whatever things that you feel like you was missing because you ain't had your dad, nigga, be that. Whether you got a son or a daughter, be that for them. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing we can get on. But like I say, this video, I said that I was going to try to keep it at 30 minutes. This video is about to be an hour long. But it's the pilot episode. So, hey, y'all getting an hour-long Friday video, which y'all don't normally get, because lately my shit's been like 25 minutes, 26 minutes, 32 minutes. I've been trying to get y'all in, get y'all out of here, because like I said at the beginning, niggas got lives, niggas got a lot of different shit that they dealing with. And you don't always have time to just watch a nigga talk about his kicks all day. So in this first pilot episode of Just Kicking It, we are still talking about kicks, because that's what it's about. That's why y'all know me, right? I've been doing this shit since some of y'all niggas was born, but for years, decades, nigga. I could put a picture in there right now, which I'm probably not, because I ain't really trying to do a whole bunch of editing. I'm trying to put this shit out tonight, because it's already Friday. I've been having shit going on in my life, so I'm just not doing this today. I don't feel like editing it, but 40 years ago, I had on a pair of Air Jordans, bro. At 5 years old. Well, actually, it was 1986 that picture was taken, so I was 5. So 39 years ago, but 40 years ago, nigga, I can show you a picture of me with Jordans on, nigga. I've been doing this shit, bro. I'm the reason. I'm the first generation. I'm me. I'm part of this right here. Anyway, be a dad. Try to analyze what you're doing, how you're spending your time, the knowledge or the input that you're giving your children. Not everybody is going to need to hear this. A lot of y'all could probably be telling me things that I could be doing better. But some of us, we got so many things going on. We trying to get to the bag or whatever we doing, and we neglect the responsibility of fatherhood at times. And so it's just on my heart to say, the experience that I have, the knowledge that I have of raising children. Right now I'm raising younger daughters, but I already raised my sons. They grown now. Just be a father, bro. Just be a dad, right? So we're gonna move on to the last topic. Why? Because I'm a true OG, nigga. My favorite ever Air Jordan 14 that was ever created. Obsidians. In the glows. Now this right here, we gonna keep very, 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 very brief. Right? We're gonna keep this very, very brief. Hold on. We're gonna keep this very, very, very brief. Why is this shit not showing up like I want to show up? Anyway. I was just talking about the Father's Day ones, right? This part I'm going to keep very brief because this is something that I've been studying recently. and I've been gathering information on. Now, like I said, when we was talking about the Father's Day ones, should nobody have to tell you to be a father, nigga. From me to you, should nobody have to tell you that shit, bro. Now, as you can see, like I said, this is my favorite sneaker from the Air Jordan 14 line, from the original colorways. I had this in 1999, and I bought it when it retro. This is an original, but as you can see, this is a child's size, right? And it looks just like it's the same shoe. It's just a smaller version. So, without saying too much, because I'm not about to get, because this again could be a whole nother video. There are certain situations in life that typically men have to deal with. You know, like I said before, should nobody have to tell you to be a father, bro. And there are certain situations in life that happen specifically to men that we have to deal with. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could be in a situation with a smaller version that looks just like you or something like that, maybe, let's say. And then there may be certain governmental bodies that want to interfere and say a relationship and kind of try to tell you what you should be doing. Bombshell. What if I told you that shit wasn't legal unless you make it legal? I have a wealth of knowledge, right? What if I told you that regardless to where you live, there are certain rights that's in the Constitution that may differ from certain agencies telling you that they have a legal right to influence how you spend your money dealing with your responsibilities. So, this has been Just Kicking It with your boy, DTROYT Dave. This has been the In the Glow Air Jordan 14, which, as I stated, is my favorite Air Jordan 14 ever created. It's been my favorite Air Jordan 14 since the beginning. Candy Canes back in that time may have given me a run, like it may have been a toss-up between them, but over the years, this is my favorite. In the Glow 14 is my favorite. It is what it is. I love this shoe. And when I was working at this is another reason, this is another thing that just shows you how far I've come as a man, right? When I was working at Foot Locker, I actually stole this because my son was born. These came out in 99. My son was born in 2000. So I stole this for my son to wear. It's crazy, but I still got it though. So I know this has been quite an unexpected video, right? I typically don't get in front of the camera. That's not my thing. When I came back in 2018 to doing something different, I didn't really come back because I was still doing videos on a regular basis at that time, because that was before I had got my job at DHL. And that's the reason why I stopped the Reflection series in 2018, because I got a job and it was just too hectic. I had too much going on, so I had to stop, which prompted the return in 2023. But anyway, this has been your boy, DTROYT Dave. I'm so happy to have been able to take this time to just kick it with you. I'm so glad that we have been able to talk about these different things that influence our lives and just what I feel like my value to you is outside of just sneakers. You know, so if y'all rock with it, let me know. If y'all want to hear more about anything, whether it be certain interference from certain agencies, whether it be dealing with them, whether it be just spiritually, financially, any type of knowledge that you feel like I can expound upon to assist you in your life, please just drop it in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all. Now, normally we always zoom into the Nike sign, but this time we doing it differently because I'm in front of the camera. Like I said before, that's what I was doing back in the reflection series when I wanted to do something different, switch it up. So now I'm back in front of the camera to just kick it with you, man. This is the pilot series. If y'all want this to become a series where I just pick a topic and just kind of go in on this same channel, let me know. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let y'all go by saying this. XRP has just hit a new all-time high. And it was unexpected. It's your boy. Yes, that is that Cardi.
Looking for a laugh and you honestly was. Take a